A minor, F, C, G. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a coming for the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain another day. I know, shining down like water. Here's our first chorus. Yesterday and days before, sun is cold and rain is hard. I know it's been that way for all my time, till forever on it goes, through the circle fast and slow. It can't stop. Solo, guys. Hit those pentatonics. Look for your dots. Keep it going, guys. Solo going whilst I do a chorus. And then bring your solo to a close around here. And we'll get ready for another chorus. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day. One more. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day. Fabulous. I love that song. It's just so much fun. We're in the key of C. So C is going to be our 1 chord. Okay. And then we've got C. We'd have D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, and then the B diminished. But notice the entire song just consists of 4 chords, and these are the most common chords that come up in all of music. The 1, the 4 and the 5, which we've talked about before. Remember, the 1 is yellow because it makes you feel home in any key. In the last key that was D, but now, because we're in C, it's in C, right? The 5 chord is that tension. It kind of makes you want to go back to the start of a line. It kind of creates a cliffhanger at the end of a phrase. Then the 4 chord, F, C, D, E, F, sits perfectly in between the 1 and the 5. It doesn't have the tension of the 5 chord, but it feels like it's taking us on a journey either away from the 1 chord or towards the 1 chord. So I colour that orange because it's perfectly in between red and yellow, right? Remember, in any key there's 3 minor chords and 3 major chords. The minor chords all have a slightly different function. The 2 chord, which in the key of C would be D minor, is a really upbeat minor. It almost sounds like a major chord. And remember, we saw in April Showers that the 2 chord leads to the 5 chord. That's its basic function. We've also got the 3 chord as a minor chord, that's E minor, and that's the really sad sounding chord. Whenever you go from C to E minor, notice it's got a real sadness to it. Well, the brilliant thing about the 6th chord is it's in between those two. It doesn't have the sadness of the 3 chord. It's not as pop-tastic as the 2 chord. It just sits pleasantly. I kind of think of it almost as like the minor equivalent of the 4 chord. It just takes you on a journey. It's like a green expanse of pasture land, takes you off on a journey, but doesn't do anything too intense. And that's why those 4 chords are the most common in all of music. 1 is home. Both the 6 and the 4 take you on a journey. And then 5 is the tension. So let's have a look what's happening. In the verses, we've just got that classic 1-5-1. Okay, so the 1 chord sets us off on a journey or feels resolved. I'll do a little chuck strum on this in a minute. I'll show you how to do it. Then we go to the 5 chord. And if I leave it hanging, see how it kind of feels like it's asking a question, which is then resolved when we go back to the 1 chord. We set off here from home, feeling comfortable. Then the tension makes us want to go back to 1. Okay. Then in the chorus, we'd need some change, right? We otherwise everything's a bit boring. What chord is change? What major chord? It's F, C, D, E, F, which is the 4 chord, and that's what we have going on in the chorus. Here's some change, tension of 5 going to 1. Okay. And notice when I hit the A minor, does do something to your heartstrings. There is a touch of melancholy there. Change leads to tension. Back home, but then we're melancholy. Change leads to tension. Back home, and then we're melancholy. Change leads to tension, and we're back home. Cha cha cha. Alright, so it kind of all makes sense. Once you get used to those green chords, you can kind of see what's happening here. Remember, that's just a bit of melancholy. And basically, the intro kind of just reverses what we do later on. So we start with that melancholy to the change. Then we got the relief of going home. But then the tension of the red sets up the song. That 5 chord makes you want to go back and do the song, which is really lovely. What I love to do on this one, because I kind of love the way it builds and it's really relaxed in the verses, I do a little bit of a chuck strum on this. It sounds fab. There isn't a chuck strum on the original, but if you listen to the original Creedence Clearwater Revival, there's a really prominent snare drum that gets hit on beats 2 and 4. Bum, tss, bum, tss, bum. We can replicate that by putting a chuck down when we're strumming. Now, first of all, if you're not doing a chuck, let's just do a really simple up and down strum. Literally just a slight swing up and down. Okay. And we can think of this as and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 Now I'll do this slowly, but all I'm going to do is get that strum going, and any time I say two or four, I'm going to introduce a finger, could be any one of these fingers to the strings, just to dampen them. So you're going to let the tension go out this finger and just introduce some fingers. You don't have to push down, otherwise you'll get a jazz chord. Just very light. In fact, try this with me. Just C open, C chuck. You got it? Okay. Now what we're going to do is that strum again. This time we're going to put the chuck down on 2 and 4. I'll get going. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 And 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Have a go. Okay, if you can't do that, just strum up and down. Really, really simple. So when I do that in the verses, it kind of gives it a kind of relaxed vibe, which works really nice. So I'll come in a close cam so you can see. Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain a sunny day. I know, shining down like water. Now when we get to the choruses, because we want it to seem different, we want it to flow more, what we can do is we can just strum that with a normal calypso strum, either up or down, or down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Just the island strum, you know that? Or just up and down would be fine. What that does is it gives us differentiation between the verses and the choruses, which is really effective. What I'll do is I'll do the second half of verse 1 going into the chorus so you can hear it, and I'll come in on the chorus afterwards. Here we go. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain a sunny day. Shining down like water. Here we go. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know. See how when I go to the chorus, suddenly it feels like the song's kind of not exploded, but it's got more of a feel to it, which is really, really, really lovely. So if you want to solo on this one, you can hit the open A, you can hit the 3rd fret, your first dot. Some ukes don't have a dot on the 3rd fret, others do. You can hit the 5th, the 7th, the 10th, basically all the dots on your A string. Okay. You can also do the same thing on the E string, but remember, try not to hit the 7th fret. We need to go up to the 8 on the E string. You'll see it on the diagram. That's the only difference. Okay, we hit that one. And you can also play it as 0, 3, 0, 2 on the C string, 0, 3, 0, 3. But the way I recommend is think about those little rectangles. So you can see we've got a rectangle 0, 3, 0, 3. And then we've got another really useful one, 3, 5, 3, 5. So you can do little solos using that and then just travel up and down the A string. Just head for the dots, all right? Let me just do a quick backing track for this one so I can show you how I come in on close cam. also you can hear there on the backing track just about the difference between the chuck and the kind of chords in the chorus. It makes it come alive. Now this one, I wanted to keep it in the key of C because it makes it so much easier to play, but it's really out of my comfort zone for singing this one, so I apologise if I hit a few flat notes. It's really high for me, this one, but let's give it a go anyway, and you can just cover your ears when I go wrong. Okay, let's give it a try then from the top there. Remember, this is going to be our verse strum. You can just strum up and down as well, and then give it some welly, technical term, when we get to the chorus. Do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, C, and then our G, and then our verse. Someone told me long ago there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain another day. I know, shining down like water. Here's our first chorus. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Yesterday and days before, sun is cold and rain is hard. I know it's been that way for all my time. Till forever on it goes, through the circle, fast and slow. It can't stop. I wonder. Another chorus. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Try a little solo, guys. Hit those pentatonics. Look for your dots. Keep it going, guys. Keep that solo going whilst I do a chorus. And then bring your solo to a close around here, and we'll get ready for another chorus. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? One more. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Fabulous. I love that song. It's just so much fun. Just that.